Hello, everybody. Today is January 5th, and you are watching the second episode of the Weekend Warmer Review. This weekend, we thought we would show off some items that are going away with the new catalog season, starting in February.
One of mine is going away, and both of yours are going away?
I believe both of mine are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, you know what? Every Moment Matters isn't. I lied.
Okay.
I'm a liar.
It's okay. Hey, I was a liar last week. I told everybody the sugar cookie came in Go Pods. So. I have two very hefty warmers here, and I think, Matt, you do also, right?
I do, and mine are kind of completely different. So I think last week, with the Stargaze and the Nova and the Salt Lamps, we had a lot of duality going on. But these are completely different. So I guess I'll kick off with the champagne warmer. And I was infatuated with this when I got it. I had it out in my house for the longest time. It's a really pretty sort of geometric kind of design going on here. And I don't know how well we're going to pick up in the light, but it's just gorgeous. Now, this is bright. This is a very, very bright warmer. You could use this as a lamp almost. I had this tucked away in like a built-in in my living room. So it kind of limited the light that it threw.
It's making ghosts.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Now, this uses one of the Edison bulbs, which is a higher wattage.
I have a box right here, and it's a big box. These are $4 a piece. Am I correct on that? So. These are the only ones that are more expensive than the 15, 20, or 25 watt bulbs, and they also don't come as a 3-pack like the other ones do. But I find that they last just as long. So even though it's 40 watt and even though it's a little bit more money and it gives you more light, it's not going to give you less life.
Right, right.
I was afraid of that, actually, because it's a beautiful bulb on its own.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the filament is kind of really interesting to look at. Now, it is 10% off this month. It's normally a $45 warmer. This month is $40.50, and this will be going away on February 2nd.
Right.
So they're completely taking it out of the catalog. This has been around since I was a Scentsy consultant back in September of 2017 when I joined. So kind of sad to see it go. It is a gorgeous warmer. Throw-wise, I think it performs pretty well.
Okay.
Because with it being that 40 watt bulb, you are getting some heat off of that. So you're going to, what I noticed about the warmer or the higher wattage warmers, okay, is that you're going to get that bang like right up front, but you're going to warm off your notes a little bit more quickly than you would with a lower wattage warmer. So it kind of depends on what it is that you're trying to do, what the application is. If you've got company coming over in an hour or something, I would use something like this because it's going to throw those notes rather quickly.
Yes. Similarly, that's one of the reasons why I use diffusers occasionally when I know that somebody's going to be coming right over, because that, also the wall fan diffusers, but also the oil diffusers like I've got right there. They bang the scent right out. You don't have to wait for anything to warm up. There's no heat actually involved in those. But yeah, I've noticed that the higher wattage bulbs, the wax doesn't last as long because it's very cool if you think about it, because if you have more than one bulb, you can really customize not just the fragrance that you're warming, but the speed and the intensity as well if you're using different warmers and different waxes too.
Right.
Some work better at first and some don't,
Right.
Does the champagne warmer have an iridescence when it's off?
So just slightly. It's nothing like the what was that? The milk glass warmer. I think that was. The gray fluted. I think.
The fluted gray.
The
beautiful.
Fluted gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is gorgeous. There's, I would say, maybe just like the tiniest bit, but it's nothing that's really going to stand out.
Well, I'm going to talk about the crystal ice warmer, which is, again, like that, all about the iridescence. It reminded me of fluted gray when I first saw it. Now, I've never used this to warm wax in my home. In fact, I just opened it up for the first time this morning, but that is iridescent if I've ever seen it. It almost looks like a puddle in the street with a little bit of gasoline
Right.
in there, that rainbow look to it. The iridescence actually goes all the way down to the bottom, and there aren't feet on here. So if I were to put this on a wood surface, I would probably put it on one of our warmer stands, or even like a pretty coaster or a
Sure.
plate or something on a mirror, this would be beautiful. But you want to talk about bright. Well, I'm going to turn on in a second, but look at the shape of this dish. It's
Oh,
not,
that's cool.
it's very unorganized. It's very unique. Um, this one also uses the 40-watt bulb. And I like the fact that the dish is the same color as the glass, but it's not necessarily iridescent, probably because cleaning the wax would take that
Right.
iridescence off.
Mhm.
But you want to talk about bright. This is like the sun. This one, I feel like you and I have a very similar quality of camera. I feel like with this one, it's almost a little bit brighter because of the lack of folds, I guess you would say, because there's flat surfaces here, so you can see the bulb a little bit better.
Right, yeah, like in this one, whoops, I'm getting caught up here. Yeah, you don't really see on camera the bulb as much. In
Right, because
person, you certainly can, but it's a bit distorted because of all of the shape of the
yeah.
worm.
So this one is very like unevenly geometric.
Right,
But
like geometric but not symmetrical, which I think is really cool.
Right. My issue with this is that it's way too bright.
Yeah.
And it looks, to me, it looks so much prettier when it's off. I like it better when it's off. It looks like more of a conversation piece. When it's on, it's just a lamp. Now, if you're looking to brighten your home, like light-wise, this would be great. But I would never keep this on at night. Even in a hallway or in an entryway, I feel like I would rather just leave a chandelier on or like an overhead lighting.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see sort of the way my house is laid out. All of my brighter warmers are completely opposite sides of the house than my bedroom, because we leave our bedroom door open at night. Because that would be way too bright. There's quite a few. You know what? It's funny is that we sit and we talk about how bright a warmer is, but I find that when I get ones that don't light up, I'm sad. Like, I'm like, dang, I wish this lit up a little bit or something, you know.
I do have an element warmer next to my side of the bed, though, and I love it because I can leave it on 24/7, as long as I have a fragrance in there that I can sleep with. Because sometimes, as I said last week in our Wax Wednesday, there are some fragrances that I cannot sleep with, like if it's overly floral or overly musky or something like that. This is a pricier warmer. It's a $50 warmer. Back when I became a Scentsy consultant, that was the highest price warmer that we ever had. We have ones that are a little bit more expensive now because they are becoming more sophisticated, more intricate, more complicated for them to make. But right now, this is what's 10% off of $45 instead of $50, right? Very pretty as a conversation piece when it's off. If it's on, I would say that this is not going to be a 24-hour warmer. In my house, it would not be.
Right. The next one that I was going to talk about today, I had a request for on our last video. And this is the Every Moment Matters warmer. And normally this is not something that I would go for, simply because of the shape. So I tend to stay away from ones where the warmer dish isn't round. Okay, because if you think about a light bulb, you're throwing heat in a circle. Okay, so I always worry that with an oblong warmer, something like that, you're not going to warm your wax properly on the edges. I do not have that issue with this warmer. So here is the dish. It needs to be cleaned first of all, but it's not as long as like the Welcome Home one. I think that one's called. That one's a bit longer.
Did you ever see Fruit Crate? Fruit Crate is oblong too, isn't it?
Fruit Crate, yeah. I think that went away a while ago.
Yeah,
so I never touched one.
Yeah.
But so this is definitely going to appeal to people that are into like the farmhouse rustic decor, which is really popular right now. And it's just sort of this like shadow box kind of situation. Let me see if I can bring it in and get it to focus.
Nice.
But it's just this really cute sort of, it sort of looks like wire that was shaped to form the words.
Is that what it feels like?
You know what? I think it's wire. I mean, it may be plastic, but it's actually, I thought it was a part of the warmer, like it was attached to the glass, but it's not. It's sort of freestanding.
Okay.
That makes sense. just attached on the ends. But
You
and
know,
then you've
there
got
are
this.
people that put those decals up on the walls that say "Live,
Mhm.
Laugh, Love" and stuff like that. That would look really nice in that kind of decor.
Right, and then you've got this sort of faux, this my ring light is killing it, but this faux like shiplap sort of look, which is really rustic and cute. So I keep this out year round in my dining room. Throw wise, it's also pretty good. I would say not as good as champagne, but throw is something that's really hard for me to measure in my house because I have 15-foot ceilings in most places, some places 18, depending on where you're at. And hot air rises. So as we're warming fragrance, I'm warming way up above my head. And,
Right.
you know,
And you're also in
so,
Florida, so you have central air going all the time, right?
right, right.
Yeah.
So throw is hard for me to measure, but I can smell it, which is a plus. But I think in terms of which one has the greater throw, I would say it would be the champagne, probably because it has a warmer bulb in it.
Okay. We're doing all. Well, what wattage bulb is that?
This is one of the 25-watt bulbs, so you could
25. So we're
use.
doing all hot bulbs today.
Right. You could use the colored bulbs in it as well. Um, right.
Someday,
Yeah.
maybe they'll come out with a purple or a blue bulb.
Right. That would be fun. It looks like the yellow bulbs are going away. I think
The
I saw
yellow
that.
bulbs are going away, and I think it's just because yellow is so close to white.
Right. Because we've got the white, the yellow, the orange, and the red. It's a lot like in that spectrum.
Yeah. I had somebody who bought 3 of the lemonade pitcher warmers,
Hmm.
and she said, "You know what? Get me 3 of the yellow bulbs." And I'm like, "Honey, I don't think you're going to need those, but okay, I'll get them for you," because that is such a yellow warmer already.
Right.
But when that thing was on in the clearance section at $22, in fact, it might
Oh
still be
yeah, I
there.
got
I'm
one.
not sure. You
I
know,
got one.
I'm going to
The
also talk about I'm sorry.
Let me
Finish.
hit the price real quick.
Oh, great.
So it's normally $40, but 10% off month. So you can get this for 36. And
That's a
this,
great deal for
yeah,
something that's the lifetime warranty, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. It's a gorgeous warmer.
And it's a good gift too if you don't know exactly what to get for somebody. You know, like, because every moment does matter. There's somebody on my team who battled cancer this year, and she has that warmer. And I gave her an hourglass for Christmas
I saw that.
because literally every moment matters, right? So
Right.
it means a lot if you really think about it.
Sure.
Um, this warmer is not quite so deep. To some people, it means everything. This is a warmer that is out on display and on in my house at all times because I do have 12 and 14-year-old boys. But to be perfectly honest with you, my husband is more of a Star Wars fan than my kids are. Because he was a child of the 80s, we are more like we can recite both Star Wars and Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back,
Right.
especially Star Wars, the first one. So this is Darth Vader, if you didn't know. This is a legit Scentsy warmer, and it's actually a really good Scentsy warmer. I love to warm the Star Wars Dark Side wax in here because it just, the fragrance of it, we talked about it last week, the fragrance of it just fits the atmosphere. This is an evil warmer.
Right.
Like, it's evil looking, especially when you take the lid off. He almost looks like the fly from The Fly, like Brundlefly, I think, just because of the shape of the mask, you
See,
know.
and I think it looks like a pug with a bob cut.
Looks a little bit like a pug too, with a little mustache, right? So when you turn it on, you don't see much in the front. There's just like his his sensors, his levels have gone up. I thought that his eyes were going to light up, but in the movie his eyes are pitch black. The lid on this, there's a lot to talk about with this dish, so I'm sort of going to be all over this warmer, so I'm sort of going to be all over the place. The lid on this dish is great because it lets out all of the scents. Sometimes when Scentsy warmers have a lid, you don't get any scent that comes out of it, so you end up turning it on and then taking the lid off, and then the thing was completely whacked out. This it really looks amazing with the lid on it, and you're still going to get your fragrance. So you take the lid off, and this is where you're going to put the wax. It's a red light bulb in there, by the way. You can put any color that we give, red, orange, or green, and yellow will be available for the next couple weeks. So it's a red 25-watt bulb in there. And then in here, you actually see the Death Star. So I did clean it out for this video. I did have red wax in there. This is not a transparent dish. So whatever color wax you're going to put in there, like with the champagne and the crystal ice that I was just talking about, or that, and Matt was talking about, Sometimes it gives off a different light when you put darker colored waxes in here, and here it's not going to make a difference. In fact, you're not even really going to truly see the Death Star once you put a colored wax in there. But that is pretty cool. Now, I've cleaned out this warmer a ton of times, and that is not chipping, it's not fading, it's not coming off. And listen, you're not really going to sit there and stare at this, but it's just cool for Star Wars
Cool.
fans.
It's like an Easter egg, or
Yeah,
it's cool.
a little bit. But that's before the Death Star blew up. If you're not into Star Wars, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, I also wanted to show that there's a back to this warmer. You can just see it on my face.
Yeah.
There is, you see the fighter jets there. And what I did was I went ahead and I got something. So if you put this up against a wall, you're going to see this on the wall behind. Now, if you have it right up against the wall, it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it goes back, you're not losing the shape of that.
Right.
That, I don't know if you call it a reflection or, a throw of light on the back. But this is a hefty warmer. I mean, it weighs, we were talking about the salt lamp warmer last week.
Mm-hmm.
This weighs probably a good 4 pounds. It is worth it. I haven't had anybody order this and it comes broken. I can't guarantee that, obviously, and Scentsy will make it right if that happens. But there's not a lot that can go wrong with this. If you have little kids, I'm not saying that they can play with a light bulb and melted wax, but there's not a lot that's going to break and fall off on this one. You can buy a new dish. You can buy a new lid. This is a $70 warmer normally, and I can't believe that Scentsy actually put something that's licensed in the discounted realm of January. In January, everything pretty much in the catalog is 10% off, and so is this.
Right.
So it's only $63. Lifetime warranty. Now, that doesn't count if you take the dish and you throw it against the wall. Obviously, it's a manufacturer's warranty. And if this actually goes away and something really does go wrong with it, they will offer you an equivalent. Okay, but we're not even going to talk about that because it's around now. And I love that it's around now. I do sell quite a few of these because I have moms in my circle and the PTA and stuff like that. This is an awesome warmer. We also have a Millennium Falcon, which I just sold 2 days ago. I was going to be showing that today also along with that, but I don't have it anymore because I sold it, which is good, I don't know what else to say about this other than the fact that it's totally cool. It warms the wax really well. It makes a statement. It doesn't look like a Scentsy warmer if that's what you're going for. It does the job in every way.
Mm-hmm. So there was a little bit of controversy with the Star Wars products on the second or the third when everything changed over, because Star Wars was just completely missing from the website.
Yeah.
And us as consultants had not been told that Star Wars was going away, so therefore we couldn't alert our customers or anything like that. So we all kind of spoke with Scentsy, and they agreed to put it back on the website. Now, did they say it was going to be a week or 10 days? Did I read that it was going to be available?
I don't know.
So it's definitely going to be a limited time because I think they were trying to put it in the vault a little preemptively, but it's back out, available for purchase, 10% off. That includes the Dark Side of the Force wax. That includes the Millennium Falcon warmer, like Andrea was talking about,
and the Chewbacca
and the
Scentsy
Chewbacca
Buddy,
mm-hmm.
and also the scent packs. Oh my god, I just had a brain fart. Did you see that? It's like boom. The scent packs are also available, like all the Star Wars stuff. The only thing that's not available in Star Wars, which sold out in just a couple days, was the C-3PO buddy clip that came with the Chewbacca buddy. I did not get that, but also my kids are past the point of like needing to play with toys, but they love this. And my husband also bought one for his office because my husband's in the film industry. So, film, hi. You know what I mean? So, those are 2 hefty warmers. I think we're going to go with a little smaller warmers next time because that's 2 weeks in a row that it's like, boom.
Bam.
Maybe we can do element warmers next week.
Maybe,
or mini warmers.
Any element warmers that you want to see. And again, you guys, we can't show everything. We're going to work with what we've got. If we know someone local that has one, we might do a little swap or something. So we'll try to accommodate your requests, but, we're definitely doing the best that we can. So if you're interested in any of the warmers that you saw today, make sure you reach out to me, you reach out to Andrea or your consultant. If you don't have a consultant, pick one of us. And what else is going on? This
I'm kidding.
shameless. This month is also a great month if you've been thinking about joining Sensi, or potentially just want the kit that comes with all the good stuff, because this is a transition month. So you're going to get the testers for last season, or the current season and next season, which launches in February. So
And you'll get a
twice the
warmer.
kit and a warmer. Let's not forget about the warmer and tons of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great value. If you have any questions, again, reach out to us. And I think that's pretty much it today, Andrea, right?
Yeah, that's it. Happy Sunday. We're going to be putting this out in a couple of hours so that we don't have to rush to get that going. Like we said, we say that this is a weekend warmer review. So it's weekend. It's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more relaxed. So you'll probably be seeing this around 5 o'clock tonight, maybe. Mm-hmm. And I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and we will see each other. Oh my God, today is the 5th. So it'll be the 12th or the 11th or the 12th.
Yep.
Sound good?
All right. Bye, everybody.
Right. See you later.